the coronavirus. Am I going to stop eating weird stuff on my YouTube channel? Mọi người ơi, bạn phô đầy tiếng Việt. Không biết ở đâu. Most of you by now have heard of the coronavirus. If you haven't, you've probably been living under a rock. I'm not going to be talking about the virus per se in this video, but I'm going to be answering comments that I've been getting and kind of discussing deadly diseases and deadly viruses in general because, you know, my YouTube channel, I like to eat weird stuff. And supposedly the weird stuff is contributing to the coronavirus. And yeah, on my YouTube channel, I'm not necessarily the most sanitary, sometimes disgusting, and a bit unhygienic. Should we be concerned? I don't know. We're going to discuss that in the video today. A lot of you guys don't know this about me, but my degree is actually in nutrition science. Studying nutrition science, I have to take classes in microbiology, learning about virology, human physiology, biochemistry, food safety, sanitation, all that good stuff. And yes, if my professors were watching my YouTube channel today, they would probably be rolling over in their grave because I don't always follow the recommendations and the guidelines. However, I am more careful than you guys think, and I'm a bit more observant. I'm not clueless when I'm catching certain things and eating them. I have researched it, learned about the diseases wherever I am in Vietnam or if it's another country that are associated with the animals. So yes, I'm a bit more careful than you guys think. I don't usually discuss it in my videos because it just would drag on and the video would be a lot longer and my content's not really about information in that regards. Okay, so let's talk about how these deadly diseases usually originate. Well, there's often certain variables to consider. So one, it's the population density and proximity of animals. So a lot of people living in close quarters with animals. This is problematic. So right now we're looking at the coronavirus, supposedly came from a bat, and that was transferred from an animal to a human. So close proximity. But some of the diseases originate from a wet market or an outside market. So a wet market, you know, there's no refrigeration. There's little inspection on sanitation. Many types of animals all together being transferred around, and this is definitely problematic. You have to look at meat. How well is the meat cooked? When you're slaughtering the meat, sometimes when you're taking out the intestines can contaminate other parts of the meat because fecal matter, urine, saliva, these things are generally problematic because that can carry diseases that can spread to people. Also, the water supply. Is the water supply from sewage, polluted, contaminated water, or is it a fresh water supply that is going to the animals? And overall, this is the general hygiene of the conditions the animals are coming from. And, you know, if it's a wet market, we can't inspect it, but are people keeping things clean? The hygienic aspect of certain things. Are they washing their hands when they're preparing food? It's like, for example, if I'm cooking a rat, I actually wash my hands quite a bit, and I'm very, very careful not to puncture my skin because you can transfer diseases through urine, feces, punctures, bites, saliva, and there's a lot of ways to get diseases, and I'm usually a lot more careful than you guys would think. Because some people are like, Dustin, you're eating rat, the coronavirus. Well, rats don't give you the coronavirus. If we look at lots of viruses throughout the world, we have H1N1, you know, the swine flu. That came from a pig. You have the bird flu. That came from birds, chickens, ducks, waterfowl. You look at things, say, like tuberculosis back in the United States in the earlier 1900s, where it's a bacteria that's getting transferred through milk. So now today we have the process of pasteurization where we heat the milk to kill the bacteria. But it comes back to unsanitary conditions. So just recently, this November 2019, there's a German guy in his 60s. He died because his dog licked him. His dog transferred some sort of bacteria, and the guy had some sort of underlying health condition. So his immune system was suppressed, and he died. And in Bangladesh, there's some issues right now with the bats going to the palm fruits, and then people eating the palm fruit, and they're dying because of something transferred from the bat. And that's just a raw fruit, raw vegetable. So the thing is, if you were to wash that or treat it in a certain way, it would not necessarily be a problem. So for me, you know, I like to eat snakes, reptiles, rats, pretty much everything. And yes, every animal comes with some sort of risk that you have. Generally speaking, reptiles and amphibians, so frogs, lizards, snakes, those are more like bacteria, parasites, viruses, not as much, but they do have, that can be transferred to you. However, with proper food handling and cooking, it's okay. There was a guy recently in Australia, I think it was this last year, he ate a lizard and ended up dying. Well, in a circumstance like this, he ate the lizard raw, which I would not do. Also, if you're eating it raw, you still have stuff inside the stomach. So sometimes, these lizards can eat some sort of plant that could be toxic to you. If it's an omnivore, so it's eating both plants and animals. Or it ate some sort of insect that's actually very toxic to a person. So it'd be very problematic for me. So I'm not going to be eating raw lizards. So yeah, so generally speaking, it's with food handling in that regards. But it's just like, can you go and eat everything? No, not necessarily, but for me living in Vietnam, I have to research a lot of the stuff that I do. And I actually will speak with a lot of locals, try to find information online through government databases. So I have some sort of reliable information, because I'm not just going to catch anything and eat it and kill it, because it can definitely have some sort of negative consequence. And I don't want that to happen. Coronavirus right now, the research is pointing towards bats. I don't know if the bat was eaten. I don't know if the bat was just at the market in close proximity to another animal. Maybe the droplets, because this is influenza, so like coughing and sneezing, that's how it's going to be spread with humans. With the bat, I'm not exactly sure, but maybe the bat was licking something, or feces, or urine, or some sort of bodily fluid from the bat got transferred to the food, and then the food was eaten, or somebody just didn't wash their hands. I don't know. But yes, wild animals definitely can carry diseases, like bushmeats. You look at Ebola. But some of these animals, it's like bats, primates, monkeys, chimpanzees, the bonobo ape. It's a little bit different in that circumstance. The coronavirus, it's definitely, it's scary. The fear of the unknown can be quite horrifying for most people. But sometimes, especially with my content right now, and then some of the comments that I'm getting, I'm a little bit confused, because it's not correct at all. So am I going to continue eating weird stuff on my YouTube channel? What do you guys think? Yeah, I probably will. Will I catch it and eat it? Yeah. Am I going to be careful? Yeah. But my future videos, I'm probably going to maybe explain a bit more and certain things you can do if you're eating stuff like that I'm eating to make it safer. Because what's funny actually is I've eaten so many weird things, and everything that I've cooked, especially that's strange on my YouTube channel, I have never gotten sick. There are other things I've been sick. I've had food poisoning so many times, more than anybody should have in their entire lifetime. I would say 99% of the things that I've had food poisoning from is not from something that I've caught and ate. It's been from either a restaurant or just some sort of sketchy food. In Vietnam and also in the United States, I've been sick, and many other countries I've been sick, because I'm just that guy who will eat pretty much anything. And I will look past sometimes unsanitary conditions, because one, I'm young, I'm healthy. When I have to get blood tests in Vietnam, the doctor's always like, "Oh, mao đẹp quá, oh đẹp quá." It's just like, you have beautiful blood. So yeah, I do take care of myself quite well. For older people, children, or somebody who has a compromised immune system, it's definitely a different situation. But for what I'm doing right now, it's okay. So yes, I will take precautions, as I always have taken precautions. And for information with the coronavirus and viruses in general, it's viruses in general, some of the information, people just are not fully aware about that, because all things can give you some sort of bacteria, parasite, virus, every animal. And then you're going to be like, well, go vegan. Well, even raw vegetables and raw fruits that have been contaminated with another animal, that can still give you a disease. This isn't supposed to be like a scare factor. Just take proper precautions and you'll be okay. If you guys like this video, just kind of talking about general stuff with viruses and animals, let me know, because I'm actually really passionate about biology, genetics, health, nutrition, people, like in cultural anthropology, because it's partially, I live in the countryside. So if you guys can't tell right now, like, this is my office. Not really, but I just film here because the lighting's good, but I live in the countryside. So I love to learn about people and cultures and how people eat and kind of genetic aspects. So if you guys want me to make some videos discussing certain things in regards to Asian culture and genetics and health and nutrition, because there's so many topics to discuss, let me know in the comment section. So everybody at home, stay safe, be healthy, take care of yourself. I hope everybody had a wonderful day, and hopefully after I post this video, things start improving with the coronavirus and you guys are perfectly healthy at home. So yeah, have a great day, you guys. I will see you later with another video, probably catching and eating something weird.